Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Sister Wives, is Janelle Brown trying to smuggle guavas at airport? Sister Wives star Janelle Brown is a fan favorite for many reasons, whether it's her breadwinning duties or her close bond with each Brown family member. Over the years, Janelle has shown many of her good qualities, endearing her to fans. After the tragic death of her son, Garrison Brown, she has been spending most of her time with family and friends. Janelle has been traveling a lot and seems to have a packed schedule. Earlier this year, she attended a Plexus event. She was then spotted enjoying a trip to Wyoming and later visited Yellowstone Park to celebrate the 4th of July. In her latest social media post, Janelle joked about wanting to smuggle guavas at an airport. So what led to this playful remark? Let's dig in. Sister Wives, Janelle wants to snack on guavas on her flight. Janelle Brown has been traveling a lot recently, often away from her home in Flagstaff, Arizona. Earlier in July, Janelle went on a trip to the Wyoming mountains with Cristin Brown and some of their children. Interestingly, Mary Brown's child, Leon, also joined this family reunion. Janelle then visited the wildlife in Yellowstone Park with her children to celebrate the 4th of July. The Sister Wives star also made a stop in Las Vegas to celebrate her friend Alice Goldstein's belated birthday. It seems Janelle's schedule is quite packed. There have been rumors that the mother of 6 is considering moving to North Carolina, leaving her Flagstaff home permanently. She has also been spending most of her time in North Carolina with her daughter Maddie. Fans also know Cristin's daughter Michael T. Brown and her husband Tony Padron are moving to NC, and moving to a new home can be stressful. In a recent Instagram post, Janelle shared that she and Maddie are helping the couple settle into their new home. While taking care of their kids, Janelle discovered an amazing selection of fruit at Costco and bought a pack of guavas, expressing that she just couldn't get enough of them. They must have something in them my body needs, she added. She humorously wondered if she could sneak a few guavas through TSA to have a snack on her trip. The post also mentioned that Janelle was flying back to Flagstaff. Sister Wives, Janelle Brown buys 156.4 acres of plot in North Carolina. Janelle has stayed in Flagstaff, Arizona, after splitting from Cody in January 2023. However, Cody's other former sister wives, Cristin and Mary, moved to Utah. Now it appears she's finally making a big change. On April 1, 2024, Janelle purchased a 156.4-acre plot in Chocowinity Township in Beaufort County for $289,000. Notably, the plot is just a short drive from her daughter Maddie and her husband Caleb Brush's house in Greenville. The reality TV star had long dreamed of gardening and farming. Fans speculate that this land might be for her flower business, Tida Farms, which plans to sell fresh-cut wildflowers. At the moment, no buildings are currently on the property. However, it's unclear if Janelle will build a home there, but the location is ideal for a warehouse or storefront. Sister Wives Season 19 will likely reveal more about her plans. Keep checking TV season and spoilers for all more updates on this. In the early hours of a sunny morning at Flagstaff Airport, Janelle Brown stood at the security checkpoint, her heart racing and her palms slightly damp. The matriarch of the Brown family from Sister Wives was known for her practicality and level-headedness, but today she was feeling anything but calm. Clutched in her hands was a tote bag that seemed a little heavier than usual, and the reason for her anxiety was nestled inside it. Janelle had always prided herself on being a straightforward and honest person, but the recent events in her life had pushed her into an unexpected situation. Her daughter Maddie had recently moved to Hawaii, and during her last visit, Janelle had fallen in love with the tropical paradise. More specifically, she had fallen in love with the local fruits, especially the guavas. The juicy, sweet, and slightly tart flavor of the guavas had left a lasting impression on her, and she couldn't bear the thought of returning to Arizona without them. As Janelle stood in line, she replayed the conversation she had had with Maddie the night before. Mom, you know it's illegal to bring fruits from Hawaii to the mainland, right? They have strict agricultural laws, Maddie had warned, her tone serious. Janelle had waved off her concerns, saying, "It's just a few guavas, Maddie. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll be careful." Now, as she inched closer to the security checkpoint, she wasn't so sure. The line moved slowly, giving her too much time to think. She imagined the headlines. Sister Wives star Janelle Brown caught smuggling guavas. The thought made her stomach churn. She was already under enough scrutiny from the public and her family. She didn't need this added to her list of worries. Finally, it was her turn. She placed her bag on the conveyor belt and watched as it disappeared into the X-ray machine. She forced a smile at the security officer and walked through the metal detector, her heart pounding in her ears. The seconds felt like hours as she waited on the other side, watching the screen anxiously. The officer's brow furrowed as he stared at the monitor, and Janelle felt a cold sweat break out on her forehead. "Mom, is this your bag?" the officer asked, pulling her tote from the conveyor belt. "Yes, it is," she replied, trying to keep her voice steady. "I'm going to need to take a look inside," he said, his tone professional but firm. Janelle nodded, her mind racing. She watched as the officer unzipped the bag and started pulling out her belongings. Her heart sank as he reached the bottom and found the neatly wrapped guavas. He held them up, his expression a mix of curiosity and disapproval. "Mom, you know it's illegal to bring fruits like this into the mainland, right?" he said, looking her in the eye. Janelle felt a flush of embarrassment and guilt. "Yes, I know. I'm so sorry. I love guavas and I didn't want to leave them behind." The officer sighed and shook his head. "I understand, but rules are rules. I'm going to have to confiscate these." Janelle nodded, feeling a mix of relief and disappointment. At least she wasn't being arrested. The officer disposed of the guavas and handed her back the now much lighter bag. As Janelle walked away from the security checkpoint, she couldn't help but laugh at herself. What had she been thinking? She, Janelle Brown, trying to smuggle guavas through airport security. She could already imagine the teasing she would get from her family when they found out. She found a quiet corner near her gate and sat down, pulling out her phone to call Maddie. "Mom, did you get through security okay?" Maddie answered on the first ring. Janelle sighed, a smile tugging at her lips. "Yes, but they took my guavas." Maddie burst into laughter. "I told you, Mom. You can't do that." I know, Janelle said, shaking her head. "I guess I'll just have to come back to Hawaii for my guava fix. Or you could just buy some guava juice at the store," Maddie suggested, still chuckling. "It's not the same," Janelle said, but she couldn't help but laugh along with her daughter. "I'll see you soon, okay?" "Okay, Mom. Safe travels." Janelle hung up and leaned back in her chair, feeling a sense of relief wash over her. This little adventure had been a reminder that even the most practical and sensible people could have their moments of folly. And sometimes those moments made for the best stories. As she boarded her flight back to Arizona, Janelle couldn't wait to share her tale with the rest of the Brown family. She knew that Cody would shake his head and laugh, and her sister wives would tease her mercilessly, but it would be worth it. They had all been through so much together, and it was these light-hearted moments that brought them closer.